Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed the live stream that we did yesterday. As always, if you missed the previous videos or lives that we did, the links are always down below in the description. You could check that out after this video. But I do hope you enjoyed that live and that we covered the child tax credit and what is the latest with that. In this video, I want to clarify, especially if you're brand new here or perhaps you missed my previous videos, I want to clarify what is surrounding the potential Social Security and retirement benefit increase. What is the latest with that? What do we know? How is it calculated? What are the odds of it? We'll be talking about it all in today's video, so do stay tuned. So let's get started, dive right into the news. But before we do, as always, make sure you guys do a couple things for me. Number one, go ahead and smash the like button. I would appreciate that if you haven't already. And if you're brand new here, perhaps make sure that you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Hit that button as well as the little notification bell as well. That little bell will just notify you each and every time we do post a brand new update, go live, or post a new video right here on this channel. So now that you've done those couple things for me, we can get started and dive right in. So if you're not aware already, there's an ongoing spike in inflation across the country. This has Americans paying more for gas, food, cars, and so many other things. Because of this inflation, this could lead to the biggest boost for Social Security in nearly 40 years as we await officials and their announcement regarding the latest COLA or cost of living adjustment for the year of 2022. In addition, members of Congress have actually proposed changing the way that COLA is calculated. This would mean larger checks for nearly 55 million retirees as well as their dependents and their survivors. According to an advocacy group, the Senior Citizens League, they believe that an increase may not even be enough at this point because of how high that prices have increased, that seniors would still not be able to afford and keep up with the cost of living even under a major increase. This is because money that you might have received just earlier this year is now worth less than it was just months ago. If you take a look at the increase for 2021, well, Social Security's 2021 cost of living adjustment, or COLA, which began affecting payments in January, was just 1.3%. This year's inflation has already devoured the increase. In other words, the money that you received just January, February is now worth much less than it is now. If you take a look at the Consumer Price Index, this is the primary indicator of inflation in this country. It hit an annual rate of 5.4% in June. That's a 13-year high. And a New York Federal Reserve survey found consumers expect average inflation of 4.8% for the remainder of 2021. In other words, we are not anywhere near done with this inflation. But ultimately, it could lead to larger checks for Social Security recipients. Based on this year's price hikes, the Senior Citizens League is projecting that Social Security benefits could be boosted by 6.1% for 2022. If that happens, it would be the biggest raise since 1983 under President Reagan, and the Social Security Administration will announce next year's COLA during the fall. So we are awaiting that announcement. We will learn what COLA will look like come this fall for 2022. But if prices continue to go up, if we keep seeing this inflation, this could mean a major increase in your Social Security checks. But a generous increase in Social Security checks could actually be bittersweet for some beneficiaries. This is because an increase in Social Security could actually mean cuts to other benefits. This is according to an analyst at the Senior Citizens League. This analyst believes that some Social Security recipients, they could see cuts to some of their other benefits coming with the larger Social Security checks. Quote, higher income could lead to trims in food stamps, rental assistance, or Medicare Extra Help, which covers most prescription drug costs. Advocates have been arguing for years that Social Security COLAs actually shortchange senior citizens because they don't actually reflect the prices that older Americans pay. A bill that would alter the way that raises are calculated has now been reintroduced into the House of the Representatives. If passed, the Fair COLA for Seniors Act of 2021 would base the annual adjustment on a, quote, consumer price index for the elderly. This would help them greatly. It would reflect the cost of items typically purchased by people ages 62 and up, and it could result in higher Social Security payments along with a higher COLA. Research by the Senior Citizens League shows that focusing on prices paid by the elderly would have led to a larger COLA every year since 2016, but the differences might not have been significant. Between 2016 and 2021, increases in overall consumer prices averaged 1.3%. The theoretical price index calculated by the Senior Citizens League would have seen average 1.71% growth over the same period. But the fact is that advocates believe something must be done because Social Security has not kept pace with retiree costs, more specifically medical expenses and housing, which overall has tended to rise much more quickly than inflation overall. And interestingly, according to the Senior Citizens League, according to their surveys, retirees have also taken hits to their savings because of the economic turbulence caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the stock market's raging comeback from the pandemic's initial shock, 50% of retirees surveyed by the Senior Citizens League reported that their retirement accounts remained battered by the end of last year. This is very interesting. They found that a significant number of retired households not only were hit with the soaring rising costs of inflation this year, but also it was a double whammy because their retirement accounts had not recovered from the 2020 hit. So the Senior Citizens League is calling on the Social Security Administration to take 3 major steps to better meet the financial challenges faced by the elderly. Number 1, they want the administration to provide a one-time modest boost to all retirees to help improve the buying power of Social Security benefits. This is a very great idea. Number 2, they want them to tie the annual inflation adjustment to a consumer price index that more accurately reflects the buying patterns of retired and disabled households, which spend a bigger portion of their income on housing and medical expenses. The Fair COLA for Seniors Act would appear to do this. So if that act gets passed, great news for seniors. Number 3, they want the administration to provide a guaranteed minimum COLA of no less than 3%. Based on history, this would be much more than inflation. Quote, this would be especially important in years when there is deflation and the COLA drops below 0, as it has done 3 times in the past, according to this analyst. Even the Fed believes that inflation is nowhere near done because they believe that inflation, according to reports, could be an issue for the next 6 to 9 months. This would go into the year of 2022. So as we had mentioned previously in past videos, it's looking more likely than ever before that you will see a major increase in COLA, larger than we've seen in decades. So you could expect bigger checks, but the question does loom, will it be enough? I'm curious, if you were in control, what would you do about this soaring inflation? What would you do about Social Security benefits? How would you increase them? What would you base the calculation on? Do you believe it's sufficient, or do you believe we need more? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm curious to hear. We'll be keeping our eyes peeled on inflation and what it continues to do for the remainder of 2021. Of course, we'll be awaiting that announcement on what COLA could look like for the year 2022 as it comes this fall. All updates can be found right here on this channel. This is your one-stop shop. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. If you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button and the notification bell as well. And if you'd like to get some free stocks, all on me, all free, just for supporting the channel, make sure you use my links down below in the description of this video. When you sign up with Robinhood and or Webull, you actually get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So do let me know what stocks you do get. And if you want to connect with me on social media, I'm on Instagram at Logan Kohn, LOGANKOHN, right there on your screen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now.